Source: Miruko-chan. The story begins with a girl named Miko Yatsuya waking up in the morning to prepare for school. Her parents tell her it'd rain later that day, and MC says she'd buy an umbrella at the store. During the lunch break, Hana told MC something. The other day she got hungry in the middle of the night, but when she got up to eat, she noticed there were only leftovers in the fridge and her clock stopped working. MC plays along, not really believing any of that was real. When she went to the restroom later, she'd heard an unsettling sound in the toilet, though this isn't anything new, as anyone who's been to a public bathroom can attest. After a picture of herself and sends it to Hana, but then she noticed that she received the same picture on her phone. Then again and again until it changed into a horrifying zombie-like image. MC was so scared that the phone fell from her hand. After calming down, she realized that it was probably C was brushing her teeth in the bathroom. She sees a handprint on the minks, and all of a sudden C went to the kitchen for some salt, poured it into a bowl, and put it on her bedroom floor. But as she lays on the bed, the salt spilled everywhere, and she feels something moving under her duvet. This time, as Hana grabs her back from behind, it causes MC to jump and scurry to a corner where she has a small panic attack. Her friend asks if she's all right, and she gives a rather unconvincing yes. In fact, as they continue talking, MC sees a ghost out of the window. This shouldn't be possible since they're on the 3rd floor. This came directly at her. It asks if she can see it, and MC is frozen in fear as Hana, who can't see anything wrong, just thinks her friend is staring at her, about to propose. Fun fact, despite what you might think in psychology, fear and attraction are very similar emotions. MC, however, realizes that she could indeed see them. In the locker room, while Hana and MC are changing, their conversation turns to ghosts. Hana says she's scared of them, and when she becomes afraid to get her phone from her locker, MC steps up to do it for her. However, snatched up the phone. Then she slammed the locker shut before quietly freaking out. In the classroom while nurse's office, where she tried to use hand sanitizer to kill it. It looked like it was working until a head school MC and Hana went to the donut store to get snacks. However, as they joined the line in the distance, the line of ghosts was being eaten by a much bigger monster. While the pair were coming back from the store, they saw a kitten in a carton. MC was initially glad that there was still cuteness looking for possible owners or adopters and made a meeting point in a nearby park, all the while trailed by the strange kitten ghost. There, Hana began playing with the kitten, but as she was twirling around, she bumped into him with the kitten, but MC saw something different about him. Next day, MC was on the bus when she began to feel as if something was wrong, hearing the sounds of teenagers gossiping on a loop. She looked around, but everyone was silent. Just then, a ghost with 4 heads wound around her seat. She did her best not to react, but when she got to her destination, she couldn't press the stop button because of the ghost. After it left, she began to cry. Later, she was sitting in a restaurant when a guy across the room took note of her and thought MC was staring at him. However, she was actually staring at the ghost standing beside him, which appeared to be an obsessive girlfriend. The ghost was whispering her love to him and even licked his face with her tongue. When he started staring at MC, the ghost lady looked at her and rushed over, saying, "You can't have him." To avoid her wrath, MC started watching wrestling on her phone and began to pretend to love big macho guys, which were the complete opposite of the man in the restaurant. The ghost left, relieved that her love was not MC's type. Later, as Hana arrives at the restaurant, the guy tries to approach MC, trying to get her phone number. However, MC wisely declines, and the guy's current girlfriend shows up for their date. She's also followed by many male ghosts. 2 players, it seems. Birds of the same feather, MC thought. Hana and MC then go and purchase prayer beads in the market, and MC gives Hana a pair to protect her from ghosts. On their way to get butt buns, a soft and squishy desert, MC and Hana pass through an alley filled with ghosts. Initially cautious when she sees that the ghosts made way for Hana as she passed through, MC thought that the prayer beads must have been working. That's when a giant ghost with a neck chain showed up. With a single word, he broke the prayer beads. Hana noticed that something was wrong and turned to help. But MC got her to stop and ended up walking right through the ghost to meet Hana. However, Hana's doll had fallen and was now at the feet of this giant ghost, so MC ended up going into the ghost again to fetch it. This made her greatly uncomfortable, and of course, it didn't help that the ghost began to follow them. MC led Hana to search for a stronger set. They arrived at a mysterious godmother's store. The godmother realizes that MC can see ghosts and quietly applauds her bravery for remaining calm and composed before giving her the most strong bracelet in her possession. This one has a shimmering aura, but shatters instantly in the presence of the powerful ghost trailing the pair. After swallowing defeat, the godmother closes her shop and returns to her village to begin a new life. However, it turns out that the giant ghost had now stopped following them for whatever reason. The following morning, MC's brother Kyusu shows up in her room to wake her up, having noticed her moaning during her sleep. He asks if she had a wet dream, unaware of the strange nightmares she's been having. Incensed, she immediately kicks him out. Later, Miko and her friend go to the supermarket to get drinks. MC is about to pay when she sees a large ghost by the counter, which is automatically calculating the tax for her purchases. Bewildered, she buys some other things to ignore the ghost before heading to the library. Her brother, meanwhile, has consulted with his friends and concludes that MC might have a boyfriend. He thinks his sister might be in an abusive relationship and follows her throughout the day. MC finds a book about the supernatural, but as she notices a strange ghost on the bookshelf, she quickly puts it away and hurries off. Enter Kyusuk, who arrives wondering what his sister was reading. It turns out the other word that starts with S is also in the area, and books about how to engage in certain acts are right below the supernatural. Thus, Kyusuk becomes even more certain of his suspicions. As MC takes a bath that night, a ghost appears in the corner of the bathroom, and she begins to freak out. She is about to escape when Kyusuk enters, pretending to want to bathe with her in order to make sure that she doesn't have a hickey. When he sees she doesn't, he quickly turns to leave. He's embarrassed at what happened, but to his surprise, MC tells him that she'll wash his back in order to have some company and not be alone. Later, they watch a scary movie, but MC sees actual ghosts beginning to appear on the screen, so she gets up and goes to the vending machine to buy some drinks. When she inserts a coin, her hand slips and the coin falls down. She bends down to find it, only to see a tiny old ghost scamper off. MC finds it cute and decides to chase after it, dropping another coin in its direction. However, as she enters the alley, she sees that the tiny old ghost is actually part of a large old man ghost, which is eyeing her, looming over her coin. MC follows it and tries to keep a poker face to pick up the coin. But when she gets close, nearly freaking out at the sight, a crow snatches it away and MC sighs in relief as she pretends to chase it. When she gets home, her brother asks her if she brought the drink, and she just tells him that her money got stolen. This once again affirms his belief that she has a boyfriend. The next day, MC tries to eat breakfast with her family when she sees a large ghost around them. It licks her food, and she excuses herself from the dining room, saying she is not hungry. As Miko is about to go, she stops and returns to put some pudding at her recently deceased father's altar. It turns out that her father is actually a ghost, and their unreconciled differences is what's been anchoring him there. In a small yet heartfelt moment, MC's father apologizes for eating her pudding last year, and MC begins to cry. At school, we focus once more on the girl Yuria Nigurdo, who, like MC, also sees things that are not of this world. She's one of MC's schoolmates, and a few days ago was shocked to see the house of fortune teller godmother closed down because she wanted to be the godmother's apprentice. She learns that MC and Hana were the last customers to see the godmother and had trailed the pair. Yuria realized that MC could also see those ghosts and had noticed a powerful aura around Hana, which made her conclude that they were a powerful magical duo. Thus, when MC was on the basketball court, Yuria asked to talk to her in private. MC followed and they went to a storeroom where several small ghosts were prowling around the basketballs. Yuria tried to get MC to admit that she could see the ghosts, but MC refused. Unknown to Yuria, MC had realized that the fiery girl could only see lesser ghosts and didn't notice the massive one right beside them. Reasoning that Yuria didn't know about the full dangers of these creatures, MC quickly tried to knock her out so that the large ghost wouldn't realize they could see ghosts. Afterwards, she took Yuria to the clinic, where she tried to explain the situation to her without freaking her out. But Yuria misunderstood, believing that MC was threatening her, and began to feel slighted. She resolved to, as she put it, get revenge. Walking home from school that night, MC saw a ghost on the steps of a bridge. As she walked past, it suddenly grabbed her, only for the figure to be an old lady. She appeared to be disoriented, so MC carried her home, where her daughter rushed out, thanking MC. She was about to leave when she heard a strange sound from behind, whispering, 4, 6, 3, 1. This, it turns out, is the ghost of the old woman's husband. MC entered the number on her keyboard and showed it to the old woman. Upon seeing it, she entered the house, then went to a safe she had never been able to open and unlocked it. Inside were items she had long forgotten, including a comb. Upon finding them, she finally regained her sense of self, instantly becoming animated and aware once more, bringing tears to her daughter's eyes. They offered for MC to eat dinner with them as thanks, but she declined, simply happy to have been able to help. After all, she also had a family who would have worried about her. The following day, MC and Hana are returning home from a snack bar when Miko notices that a large ghost has been following her friend. A short flashback reveals more. When Hana woke up, her clock stopped working again, and the light bulb in front of their door was also acting up, despite having just been replaced. On her way to school, dogs barked at her, trying to warn her about the ghost. However, she remained oblivious as always. After all, ignorance is bliss. In fact, the two seem to have a sort of symbiotic relationship. Hana's aura attracted many ghosts, which the large one roasted against her skin before eating them and becoming more powerful. Later, Hana saw a small boy crying in front of an abandoned building. He tells her that his dog had gotten lost inside the house, and despite Hana's fear of such a place, she entered anyway, trying to help the boy. Each noise made her jump. All the while, the large ghost was consuming the minor ghosts they encountered, growing in power. Thus, when MC met Hana later that day, she was alarmed at the thing's size and presence. She decided that they should go to a shrine to pray for her. Once there, they prayed Hana for food, while MC for protection for both her and her friend. When they finished, a disturbance rang through the area as two shrine spirits appeared, resembling fox-masked girls. They fought the powerful ghost, struggling to suppress it. MC is awed at such a thing and can only look on in shock as the three battle. However, the shrine spirits are unable to subdue the creature and are in turn slaughtered. Just as it looks like all is lost, a spirit known as the God of the Mountain appears, annihilating the ghost in an instant, an incident that Hana inadvertently caught on camera. This spirit god bent down over MC's head and declared thrice before the three spirits disappeared, with the shrine spirits having completely reformed by then. MC did not understand what had just happened. She was grateful for their help, but was understandably wary of these creatures more powerful and possibly more dangerous than her wildest imagination. Meanwhile, Yuria was taking a bath, watching a small ghost in her bathtub. She gets dressed, thinking about how humiliated she was after that last incident, and decides to get revenge on MC. At school, Hana shows MC the pic they took at the shrine the other day and how it had been popular online. MC noticed that Hana was unaware of the fight between spirit and ghost behind them, as she thought only that the weather was not blowing correctly. MC wonders if other people can also see the evil spirits in the picture. As they're chatting, Hana proudly reveals a new camera for them to take more photos with. Trying to protect her, tries to get Hana to stop taking pictures, only for her to take one right then. MC takes a look and is surprised to see a ghost passing behind her at that moment. Unsettled, she wonders what was running behind her. Yuria shows up and compliments Hana's photography skills, causing the happy-go-lucky girl to instantly take a liking to her. Yuria offered some nice places for photography, and Hana gets MC to join with them. This is all according to Yuria's plan, since she wants to get MC to admit that she could see those ghosts. A few days later, the group heads off and arrive at a very dark and quiet tunnel. Yuria tells the gullible Hana that there are great spots on the other side, but both she and MC can see that the tunnel is filled with ghosts. Yuria is quite the chunabu. When MC trips, she believes that MC is using supernatural powers to set up barriers between them and the ghosts. Getting excited, she tries to get MC to admit that there are ghosts here, but MC is anxiously trying to get them to leave. They're delayed when Yuria gets Kana to take a picture, and the worst-case scenario happens. A giant ghost with multiple heads and legs showed up, quickly consuming the other minor ghosts in the area. Yuria couldn't see the giant ghost and began to think MC was exorcising the ghosts. She tried even more to get MC to admit the existence of the ghosts, which enraged the large ghost, causing it to charge in their direction. MC rushed over to pull Yuria out of the way. But just as it looked like the trio was going to die, the shrine spirits once again showed up, banishing the large ghost back into the shadows. They hold up one finger before disappearing. And no, they weren't giving the group the finger, although Yuria might have deserved one at this point. After this, MC suggests they leave the tunnel at once and the terrified Hana agrees. After this incident, Yuria became a friend of Miko and Hana. Days later, MC and her brother are in the fashion store to get a gift for their mother when they find a nice blue gown for their mom. Kyuzuk advises MC to try it first, since she's about the same stature as her mom. MC agrees and goes to change, but sees a ghost lady in the changing room. It tells her she looks good in that gown. This creeps MC out and she doesn't want to change back, which Kyuzuk interprets as MC wanting the gown for herself. They go to get another gift for their mom, which is a pair of cups, one for their mother and one for their late father. On the way home, MC and Kyuzuk are on the train, the little brother sleeping by her side. On the trip, MC notices a ghost in the bus holding an axe, who begins to slash people on the bus one at a time. It looks like it's hunting for those who can see it. If anyone gets up, it instantly goes after them, and MC becomes rooted in place, convinced that it would find her. However, it turns out that the creature is hunting for other ghosts, and its axe only hurts the spirits that are haunting the humans on the train. Although it might not be a good spirit, MC is quite relieved and happy to have survived such an occurrence. MC stood up and got off at the next location, despite it not being the ideal destination. The next day at school, MC and Hana were talking with their pregnant homeroom teacher when MC saw a small spirit entering the teacher's stomach. MC became worried and told their teacher to be careful, to not carry heavy things, and take good care of herself, because she wants the baby to be safe. This causes their teacher, Arai, to confess that it was her second time. She was pregnant before, but the baby died. MC now understood that the spirit around her belly was likely that of the previous child. Also, it was a brightly glowing spirit, and we all know things that glow can't possibly be bad. This ad was brought to you by the Anglerfish Association. On her way home, MC wonders why she started seeing all of these things and considers confronting her situation head-on, but all of these thoughts would soon be disrupted. At school the next day, MC and Hana were talking in the class when a new teacher entered the classroom. It was Zen Tuno, the ominous man surrounded by vengeful spirits. He said he was there as a substitute teacher while Arai was on maternity leave. MC was horrified. He was there to get back at her for denying him the kitten. She began to panic. In fact, there were many more spirits than last time. As Zen began to take roll, a ghostly woman appeared beside MC's window, looking at the class and the teacher. Later that day, Hana forgot to buy a snack, and MC had to wait for her. While standing by a window, she saw Zen, and ominous handprints and splotches were trailing him on the window. She was so scared that she ran into the restroom to avoid him, entering a toilet and locking it. However, another ghost came out from the toilet, terrorizing MC and causing her to run to an adjacent stall where she encountered Yuria, who was eating in the toilet. A bit of awkwardness later, MC, Hana, and Yuria are sitting in the schoolyard chatting. MC again saw Zen in the corridor, before suddenly hearing a voice from behind saying, "Do not look at him." Whatever ghost is haunting Zen is proving to be extraordinarily possessive and dangerous. Hana says that she's gotten really hungry ever since Zen arrived, so the trio decide to go to a haunted house event to win a free box of donuts. They entered the haunted house, but MC didn't have much of a reaction at all, since she's seen much scarier every day. Despite this, she takes the chance to scream and let out all the emotions she's had bottled up. This leaves her feeling so much better, and she's glad she was able to finally act honestly about all the things she's seen. And of course, most importantly of all, they won the free box of donuts. Now, of course, it's time to develop our villain a bit, Zen Tuno. An enigmatic and frightening man, he spends his time locked in his apartment. When his kindly neighbor knocks on his door to give him some leftovers, she remarks that there have been many crows lately, due to a suspicious lack of cats. He thanked the neighbor for the food. That's when the neighbor noticed that his hand was bleeding and asked why. Zen said he broke a glass before closing the door, pouring the food into the trash, then washing his hand and leaving his house. At the school field, the students were running, with MC believing that running would lift her spirits. Unfortunately, it appears the field was haunted by a track spirit, which dashed her spirits instantly, no pun intended. Later, MC was in Zen's class, doing assigned readings. He proved to be quite the uncaring guy and never bothered to learn his students' names. As he was calling people to read passages in the textbook out loud, the ghost following Zen was shouting, "Don't look at him." Only MC could see the ghost woman, and she began to crack a bit at the pressure. Zen then called MC to read the passage. She stood up, but was trembling so badly that she could barely speak without sounding like she was in a blender. The ghost was right in front of her, shouting at her to not look at Zen. This nervousness got Zen's attention, and he approached her. MC felt like she was gonna die. Just then, Hana's stomach rumbled, and she pretended to be sick so she could go and eat. MC immediately went over to help her go to the nurse, beyond relieved to be able to leave that room. As they were on their way to the nurse's office, Yuria also saw them, and she came to the nurse's office to visit them. Yuria thought Hana was sick, but MC said she was just hungry. Yuria gave Hana some candy to eat, and Hana felt a little better. Yuria said Hana's life aura will get drained by being around Zen and those spirits. Hana did not understand, and that was when MC realized that the reason Hana was always hungry was because of the ghosts around her. Later, MC and Hana are at the roadside, and Hana starts eating while calling out to some kids. MC also greets a child looking at her, only for the child to reveal that he is actually a ghost. It rushes towards her, only to be once again intercepted by the shrine spirits. Nevertheless, it manages to crush one of the spirits before its head is blasted off by the other. The spirit lifts up its hand with 2 fingers this time. Mako realized that the spirit god had said thrice, meaning one last chance to be saved by the shrine spirits. Realizing she needed to do something now, MC started following Zen to see what he was up to, suspecting he was the one killing cats, since there were cat spirits haunting him. After school, Zen found a cat abandoned under a bridge, and MC dashed out to snatch it away. She originally wanted to call the police, but couldn't bring herself to let the cat die as a result. Thus, she grabbed it and ran off. However, while running up some stairs, she tripped and Zen caught up. The cat fled, but right into the way of a nearby car. Zen threw himself in front of the car, pushing the cat out of the way at the last moment. And now, before the final, my writer's sense tells me that it's time to give the villain a tragic backstory. So we flash back to when Zen was a small boy. His wicked mother controlled literally everything about his life. One day, Zen wanted to go to a birthday party, but he couldn't go because of his strict mom. Instead of a 100, he had only gotten a 98. Despite getting a birthday present for his friend, he didn't go due to the immense guilt his mother had forced upon him, and at the playground, he destroyed the present. This caught the attention of a cat, which examined the present. It wasn't food, however, but you can guess what happened. Did you say Zen killed the cat out of rage, and his cat-killing addiction started from there? Then you'd be wrong, my dear friend. In fact, Zen carried the cat home and started taking care of him in secret. It became the joy of his life. However, after a few days, Zen's mother discovered it and slaughtered it, causing MC extreme trauma. In the present day, as he's finishing his story to MC, Zen is sitting bandaged in the hospital, alive but greatly injured. The cat survived and is under Maiko's family's care. Zen told MC that it was not her fault that he had the accident. MC apologized for misunderstanding him. She thought Zen wanted to hurt the cat. Zen said he was saving the cats because there was someone in his neighborhood hurting them, and MC finally realized that those cats weren't killed by Zen, but were haunting Zen because, like his own guilt about his own cat, he felt horrible about never being able to save them. Later, Zen's childhood friend, the veterinarian Satoru, entered. He confided in MC how strict and wicked Zen's mother was, and MC realizes that the cause of all of her teacher's troubles was the evil mother, who now haunts him as a ghost. MC decided to attack the ghost directly, saying, "Haven't you done enough? Please set him free." When the ghost realized that MC could see her, she lunged at MC, ready to attack her. Maiko sprinted out into the corridor of the hospital, where the shrine spirits once again neutralized it. But this was the last time, and MC felt a surge of fear and uncertainty as she realized her protection was now gone. However, equally strong were her feelings of relief, now that she had freed Zen of that horrible spirit. As her friends arrived, worried about her, MC watched as Zen's bed began to glow as the cats that had haunted him finally began to leave. Zen was finally coming to terms with his guilt, and the spirit of the cat he had cared for long ago briefly managed to touch his arm, causing emotions to swell inside of him. Again, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, even if you have supernatural powers allowing you to see more than the average person. That being said, editor's note, always be careful around strangers. Better safe than sorry. After they left the hospital, MC and Yuria started talking about the ghosts. Yuria apologized for what she said in front of Hana at the nurse's office. She realizes that MC, despite being able to see those ghosts, does not want to scare Hana. 1 week later, Zen came to adopt the cat, while Kyusu cried because he didn't want the cat to go. However, MC told Zen to take the cat and not to worry about her brother. Zen thanked MC and left. Later, in a shadowy alleyway, a man approaches a cat with a twisted tool in his hand, which he's been using to tear out their eyes. There's a sound from behind, and Zen is there, anger etched on his face. He's finally managed to find the person killing the cats, and there's a taser shock. A police poster the next day suggests the cat murderer himself met an unfortunate end somewhere, perhaps to a certain teacher. MC, meanwhile, dreams about going to the shrine to thank the spirits, but the god devours her, waking her up. She believed this was a sign they wanted her to thank them. Ever since, MC could still see ghosts and scary monsters, but she chooses to keep on pretending and ignoring them. She still wonders why she can see them, but smiles as she comes to a realization.